done Testimonial all day, and I was admitted that evening around 6 o'clock, and they didn't really say anything specific that was wrong with me. And the next day then, that morning they said I had some fluid on my stomach, and the next morning they took me back and drained 6-liter bottles of fluid off my stomach. And I felt like a different person. I couldn't believe how much better I felt. And we hadn't talked to our doctors. I guess the family doctor had been in, and we'd talked to him. And that afternoon then, a doctor walked in and shook our hands and introduced himself to me, and he says, "I'm your cancer doctor." Well, nobody had even mentioned the word cancer to us. So I was kind of dumbfounded. And my husband and my boys and my daughter-in-law were all sitting there with me, and we were just kind of like somebody had hit us in the face or run over with a steamroller or something. And we just kind of, took it as just sit there. And finally I excused myself to the doctor, and I said, "I'm sorry, my family's usually not this way. We're very talkative and outgoing." And I said, "We're just kind of floored. Nobody had mentioned cancer to us." And so then I think he at first was kind of, it wasn't Dr. Gabrail, it was a different doctor. And he was kind of rude, like he was like, "Well, I'll just get this over with, And he started telling me that I had lung cancer, and I had it on my brain, and I had it ovarian cancer, and started talking about surgery. And then I also had bone cancer. And we were just sitting there kind of taking it in and really didn't know what to think. And so I continued with this doctor, and I had 2 chemos with him. And things weren't just going, I don't know, so. And so then I ended up with Dr. Gabrail. And when Dr. Gabrail came into the act, he started running more tests right away, and he took my test and sent them on further to have a second opinion and everything, and come to find out that I didn't have it on my brain. And I guess they were going to schedule surgery, the other doctor, and they didn't do that. He just started giving me chemo right away. And so Dr. Gabrail switched my chemo, and he continued my chemo. And I went and had chemo, clear through to...
Like 3rd of August.
3rd of August was my last chemo of that particular chemo. And I quit when my numbers were going down, my cancer numbers, and it was looking really good. And then we come to find out a couple months, and then it started elevating again. And so then we turned around and started another chemo. I'm not sure exactly when I did take it.
1st of October.
So, yeah.
6th or 8th of October.
I had a pretty rough time with it. It was making me pretty sick. And after not too many of them, Dr. Gabrail didn't continue that one. He said it wasn't doing any good, it wasn't working, and it wasn't doing the job. And he couldn't put me through the pain and what I was going through with it. And he was terrific, and so was the clinic.
Staff, you couldn't have a better staff than what you got, I don't think.
They're just
They're great.
They're family. We've been coming since the 1st of March. And, they're just like family to you now. I love them like my own kids. And everybody's got certain heroes in their life. I've got God, I've got my husband, and now I've got Dr. Gabrail, because he's really been terrific, and he's just very compassionate, and he listens to you. He doesn't run in and look at you and say, "Okay, this and this and this."
If you have any more questions, or he's willing to spend all the time that he needs with you, and some doctors are in and out, but he's not that way at all. I don't know what I'd change about it if you had to change something.
I've got all the faith. I've got a lot of faith in him. I just feel very, very, what do I want to say? yeah, confident. I'm looking for a word there, but he just, I just really feel good about it. He did start me on another chemo. I've had 2 or 3 weeks of, 2 or 3,
Had two this week.
yeah, and then if I get one this week, I'm not sure. But if your blood count goes down or something, then he doesn't have you get another one. He has you wait until you get your built back up. He doesn't let you get run
Yeah,
down.
he works around our schedule too. Like last night, we went to Pennsylvania for my granddaughter's Christmas, and he just, we didn't get yesterday, but our normal chemo day, but he says, no, this is more important, and works our family in, and which is great for us because we're great family people, and he realizes that, and he works with us. That's great.